With an immense pleasure, I may now call upon Dr. L. Jazz Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Pedagogical Sciences, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, Chennai, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Good morning to one and all present here through Zoom app. First of all, I welcome wholeheartedly our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University and Honorable Vice Chancellor of MGR University for this wonderful online faculty development program. Welcome, sirs and madam. Likewise, next, I sincerely welcome our most respected Registrar of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University and Controller of Examinations of the Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University for this mega international online faculty development program. Welcome, sirs. Next in turn, I warmly welcome our revered and distinguished Professor Dr. Harendra Singh, the Director, DPM Institute of Education, Pesuma Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut, Uttar Pradesh, for gracing the occasion and to deliver the special lecture on tools and techniques for virtual classroom, which is a very need of the hour today. Sir, I very warmly welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Next in order, I warmly welcome Dr. Jignesh B. Patel, Associate Professor and Controller of Examinations of Children's University, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, who is also an expert in the field of technology know-how and who is going to address the August gathering in the Zoom app on this significant title, Digitalization Transforming Data. Sir, you are welcome, sir. Next, I very sincerely welcome Dr. K. Geeta, Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, who has contributed a lot for the success of this FDP program. Madam, welcome, madam. Next in the hierarchy, I sincerely welcome Dr. P.C. Nagarasubramanian sir, the Organizing Secretary of this International Faculty Development Program, who worked day in and day out with all enthusiasm and great agility to bring out this program and to execute this program very successfully. Sir, welcome, sir. With the same amount of magnitude and sincerity, I welcome Dr. P. Sendamil Pavai, another Organizing Secretary of this program for this wonderful FDP program. Next, with utmost sincerity, I welcome all the Associate Professor of MGR University and Dr. Muthamil Selvan, Dr. A. Rajeshwari, Dr. K. Vijaya, Dr. C. Jayanti, Mr. S. Balamurugan, Dr. T. M. Gnanasubandri, Dr. V. Anuradha, that is, as I said, from Dr. MGR University for this great program. Welcome, sirs, and welcome, madams. Finally, I welcome sincerely the source and joy of this program, that is our beloved participants for this wonderful faculty development program. Welcome, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Thank you for your condolences speech, sir. Thank you once again, sir. I may now call upon Dr. A. Rajeshwari Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Curriculum Planning and Evaluation, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, Chennai, to introduce the resource person. Ma'am, you're welcome, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Nandini.
Yes, ma'am.
Vanakkam happy to introduce and welcome our great eminent resource person. The golden words say, a great thing can only be done by a great person, and they do it without effort. He is a role model for this saying. Our resource person, Professor Dr. Harendra Singh, Shikshat Sri Samman Awardee conferred by the Government of Uttar Pradesh, at present the Director and Professor, DPM Institute of Education, Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut, Uttar Pradesh. Sir has completed D.Lit in Education, PhD in Education, MPhil Education, MAd, MBA, Master of Journalism and Mass Communication, PG Diploma in Rural Management, MA Psychology, MA Political Science, MA Hindi, MA Economics, LLB Law and Criminology, Post-Advanced Diploma in Russian Language. Sir has visited more foreign countries for educational purposes like United Kingdom, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Nepal. He gave a speech on TV Talk on National Channel DD News on Guru Shiksha Parambara on the occasion of Teachers' Day in 2014. Sir has more than 22 years of teaching experience in UG classes, 15 years of experience in PG classes, and more than 21 years in administrative experiences. He has associated with and worked with international institutions such as member in International Accreditation Organization USA, fellow in Advisory Directorate International North Carolina USA, executive alumni in the University of Oxford, United Kingdom, Peace Ambassador in Gandhi Peace Foundation, Nepal. Sir has received more awards from reputed organizations, some of South Outstanding Educationist Award, Shiksha Bharati Award, Education Excellence Award, Journal of India Award, Rashtriya Gaurav Award, Eminent Educationalist Award, Rashtriya Jnana Jyoti Puraskar Award, Rashtriya Vidya Saraswati Puraskar and Dronacharya Award. Sir have acting and associated with academic bodies, life member, visiting member, advisory board member, evaluation committee member, and board of studies. He has more than 18 years of research experience and worked as a research associate project fellow in the UGC major research project in education. He has supervised 10 PhD scholars, 8 MPhil scholars, and 74 MD scholars. Sir has served as the chief executive editor in some international research journals, published 17 books, 58 journals, published in national and international reputed journals, and attended 120 national and international seminars, conferences, and workshops. He has been a resource person in many conferences and seminars. He has a lot of experience in the field of education. Sir's profile is so long. Therefore, I conclude my introductory session and I wholeheartedly welcome our respected resource person. Sir, we are all eagerly waiting for your lecture on the topic of tools and techniques for virtual classroom. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dr. A. Rajeshwari ma'am, for introducing me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Namaskar and good morning, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Rajeshwari. Again, I thank you for introducing. Also, thanks to Dr. L. George Stephen for welcome address. Before going to start my discussion, first of all, I would like to express my heartful gratitude to Dr. P.C. Naga Subramanian, Associate Professor of Department Pedagogical Science, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, Chennai, the organizing secretary of this one-week international online faculty development program on virtual practices and security. Along with Dr. P. Santhamis Pavai, Assistant Professor from Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, for inviting me as a resource person for such a wonderful faculty development program. I also very thankful to the chief patrons, Professor N. Panchanatham, Professor Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University Chennai, Founder Chancellor Thiru A.C. Shanmugam, President and Engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar, and Vice Chancellor of Dr. M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute Chennai, Professor Dr. S. Geetha Lakshmi, who is also the patron of this FDP program. I also thankful to the entire team, especially to co-patrons Professor V. Balakrishnan, Registrar of TNTEU, Professor Dr. C.B. Palanvillu, Registrar of Dr. M.G.R. ERI Chennai, Professor M. Govindam, Dean Faculty of Education TNTEU Chennai, and conveners Dr. P. Ganeshan, Professor and Head, Department of Pedagogical Science TNTEU, Dr. S. Mani, Professor and Head, Department of Educational Planning and Administration, Dr. K. Geetha, Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr. M.G.R. ERI Chennai. And entire team of the organizing joint secretaries, Dr. C. E. Jayanthi, Mr. S. Bala Murugam, Dr. V. Anuradha, Ms. J. Vigneshwari, Dr. V. Sharmila, Dr. M. Muthamazzi Selvam, Dr. K. Vijaya, Dr. T. M. Gansondravi, Mrs. L. Maria Sangathi, Mrs. A. Thangam, and all the entire team who is in this faculty program. So all the viewers and academicians who is there, I also thanks for this. Dear friends, in the holy Sri Ramcharitmanas, there is a quadruped, Hoi hai wahi jo Ram rachi rakha. It means it happens what Ram has decided earlier. And William Shakespeare also emphasized the same thing in his play, As You Like It. That is, all the words a stage and all the men and women merely players. I prepared my PPT for today, but due to technical problem in my computer, all the files have disrupted, so I would like to introduce my topic without my PPT. My today's topic is tools and techniques for virtual classroom. Dear friends, the COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak has put the world in lockdown. People have been asked to stay at home by the government to prevent the spread of the virus. Strict limits have been enforced on gatherings. Non-essential shops, business, parks, playgrounds, libraries, school and other establishments have been closed in response to the accelerating pandemic. With the schools forced to shut down, the gap in the delivery of knowledge is currently being bridged using online platforms and tools. The silver lining of this cloud is that teachers can use the craze for technology in students to engage them and create learning opportunities even outside the conventional classroom setup. No wonder schools in different parts of the world are shifting to online learning, with many teachers recording video classes for their students in the current world scenario. Dear friends, the Government of India started thinking gravely on this matter, with emphasizing on ICT and use of online education as a part of compulsory teaching learning process at territory level. Moreover, it is reflected on preparing new education policy that has been regarded as a proactive and highly techno-efficient step in the time of the pandemic. Study webs of active learning for young aspirants minds, SWAYAM, is a program or massive open online courses, MOOCs platform initiated by Government of India, hosted online courses in different quadrants. The SWAYAM Prabha is a group of 32 DTH channels dedicated to telecasting of high quality educational program throughout the week. Annual refresher program in teaching ARPIT is an online professional development program launched by the MHRD in 2018 using SWAYAM platform. And another initiative of MHRD was EPG Pathshala run by UGC that provided high quality curriculum based and interactive e-content in 70 subjects across the discipline. E-Pathshala is a portal jointly run by the MHRD and NCERT launched on 2015 that provided educational resources for teacher educators, teachers, research scholars, students, and parents through an online learning platform. Therefore, it can be said that we were not unaware of the challenges and prospects of online education. Today, the world is facing a great challenge in form of COVID-19. Due to the coronavirus disease, the traditional face-to-face classes are closed and classrooms are locked. Though in the very beginning, the government was in favor of ICT in teaching learning process, but it could not be possible completely. So the teachers and government took their own efforts and initiatives and provided recorded lectures and videos to learners. But this mode of learning could not replace face-to-face teaching learning process. So in this crucial situation of pandemic era, where face-to-face teaching is not possible, the virtual classroom are introduced to the learners. India's apex regulatory body of higher education, UGC, has taken the present educational scenario very seriously and put some efforts proactively to resolve the deadlock of completing courses and examinations in ongoing semesters, as well as issued curricular regarding the academic calendar after the recommendation of one of the committee constituted by UGC itself. It has also become mandatory for all the universities in India to complete the 25 to 40% syllabus through online teaching mode and other than face-to-face interaction. The educational scenario of the post-COVID outbreak would not be easy to manage teaching learning situations without using online teaching platforms rigorously. Having seen the some monster of coronavirus, it can be anticipated that in the upcoming time, students would face multiple challenges of educational hardship, including quality education, hands-on experience, laboratory work, library visit, peer tutoring, remedial teaching, research and innovations. Hence, the tentative solution of post-COVID educational tantrum is to maintain the equilibrium of online and offline learning classes. Though the virtual class is a great option in present situation, but it cannot be effective and comprehensive without the help of its various tools and strategies. There are some essential prerequisites while dealing with virtual class. So today I am going to discuss various tools and techniques for virtual classroom. Before going to discuss these in detail, we must know at what is the virtual classroom. What are the techniques by which we can make virtual classroom effective, and what are the various tools used for it? First, we will discuss on the virtual classroom. The virtual classroom, in a virtual classroom, teachers interact with the students in real time. Students can voice their questions and interact with peers similar to how they would in a regular classroom, albeit over the internet. An additional perk of virtual classroom is that they are capable of accommodating a larger number of students. A virtual classroom is a teaching and learning environment where participants can interact, communicate, view and discuss presentations and engage with learning resources while working in groups, all in an online setting. The medium is often through a video conferencing application that allows multiple users to be connected at the same time through the internet, which allows users from virtually anywhere to participate. A virtual classroom is also known as virtual learning environment, VLE. It is a digital learning environment that allows teachers and students to connect in online in real time. The virtual classroom utilizes video conferencing, online, etc. I said earlier, and discussing with students in interactive setting. Virtual classroom are meant to replicate the experience of physical classroom with the added benefits of file sharing, instant feedback and interaction, and are ideal in distance learning situations. It refers to an online system that allows students and teachers to communicate and collaborate. Virtual classroom are typically cloud-based learning situations that are part of larger learning management system. They are highly customizable and are accessible to users on a variety of devices like smartphones, tablets, laptops. what is the difference between them and also the difference between traditional teaching learning process and a virtual classroom? It is the question. The virtual classroom refers to courses offered via the internet. It is a teaching and learning environment located within a computer mediated communication system. It consists of a set of group communication and work spaces and facilities that can surpass that of all traditional classroom, a process in which students and instructors are actively involved in creating and carrying out learning activities together like group discussion, joint projects and debates, sharing of solutions to homework problem by emails, bulletin boards, chat rooms and conferences. The development of IT technology and the internet is the basis of virtual classroom. Thus, the virtual classroom possesses some of the characteristics of the internet, which is what the traditional classroom does not have. For example, there is no limit of time, place, distance, and it is more convenient for both the students and the teachers to get more information from the internet. Secondly, it seems that this is hope for both teachers and learners to overcome all the problems existing in the traditional clean room, and many people even are trying to use as much as virtual technology as possible in the real campus. They ignore the differences between virtual classroom and the traditional classroom. It also has its weaknesses which make it impossible to replace the traditional classroom education, especially in traditional college. And for some people, they really should think about the reason why they use technology. Some of the benefits is running a virtual classroom. It is time efficiency, cost efficiency. It is the closest things to a face-to-face training program. And that is, next is the techniques. What is the techniques? Technique is the method, procedure or way something is done. Teaching techniques are ways and methods a human being uses from their personal voice, attitude, personality and characteristics to teach. Devices are objects he or she use. Think of it way, a police officer use her voice, presence, perhaps material, arts, knowledge to subdue a person. These are techniques. He or she also has a baton, teaser, handcuffs and gun. These are devices. In order to be a great teacher, you need various techniques and how to use devices. Teaching techniques and teaching devices are two different concepts. Techniques can be well defined as the skill you have acquired with experience and applying it as per requirement. Technique can also be called as the methodology or the skill a teacher is using while teaching in real classroom or virtual classroom. Whereas teaching devices are the equipments one is using while teaching. For example, books, smart boards, tablets, computer, projector, etc. can be called as a technique devices. Teaching techniques are personalized. It cannot be taught, one can acquire. Whereas teaching devices are seeing objects that can be used for shared by other teachers. Teaching devices upgraded with the advancement of technology and discovery. However, teaching techniques are innate, it develops with age of experience. Techniques is a simple terms, means a way of carrying out a particular task. How you teach or the way you teach in your teaching techniques, whereas teaching devices are devices that help you to teach. I can explain it with a simple example. Some teachers use books to teach, read line by line from book along with the explanation of the topics, while some don't refer to the books at all. They just explain you the topic and make you note down few important points regarding the same and make you solve a few questions relating to the topic. These are different different teaching techniques. Now, coming to devices. Some teachers use age-old method of teaching with the help of chalk and chalkboard, while some make use the technology like using the projectors and cameras, etc. So these are various teaching devices. This can aid in teaching. I hope now you can differentiate between teaching techniques and teaching devices. The virtual classroom is similar to a traditional classroom of school and colleges. The difference is in its methodology of imparting the same course of teaching, while the teacher probably still use a board, a digital whiteboard in this case. He or she has the choice of using a number of aids to make the lesson more lively and interactive. Audiovisual are extensively used to invite attention of students and retain it for long. This platform allows the teachers to assess various graphic tools, which helps demonstrate in a manner that speaks more than just words. In a matter of seconds, numbers can be depicted in different kinds of charts and graphs. Color coding might be a simple enough application, but is also encouraged retention by providing a visual stimulation in the form of color. The interaction is key. Most of the virtual classroom sessions are web-based, and thus a two-way interaction is also made possible in real time. Just as in an actual classroom, the teacher and the student can engage in question-answer sessions. Debates can be conducted, as can various other forms interactive learning tool like role playing. The internet itself as a huge repository of knowledge. Instead of simply stating example or case studies, they can be explored through the internet, and since the target audience, the student, spend maximum hour browsing internet, it is a territory they feel most of ease in. It is almost like they are not doing it as part of their curriculum, but for fun. Also, so the students might not actively participate in any discussion in a classroom, may be surprisingly vocal in an online poll or discussion board. A simple role changing of the classroom to an online community, the teacher to the moderator and the student to the participants, can work wonders. Effective role playing is encouraged in this. Role playing within the virtual classroom is another way of creating awareness and internet on various issues. The rule of the role play are laid out and a demo is run to show how it works. The audience is then invited to participate in a similar exercise. The art of negotiation is taught when classroom is split into the management, the union and workers. Roles are interchanged for different sessions. To understand the nuance of each role, its demand and limitations, and other skill that is fruitfully learnt by the effective role playing is that for communication. The class is split into different groups of people who communicate within an organization, and a dialogue is run amongst them. The tone of format of communication within the boundaries of organizational hierarchy are thus experienced. At the beginning of the session, it is a good idea to formalize users to find emoticons and feedback tools provided in the virtual classroom. For example, emotions like laughter, applause, agree and disagree icons are very popular among all learner groups. Learners should be given the opportunity to try them, and instructors can use them to lighten the mood. Instructions can be given to use the emoticons prudently, the laughter emotion when something is funny, or the applause button when a statement is particularly exciting. So what is the tools? Tools include in web-based online learning environment for managing the course and geared to facilitating student learning in the environment. A variety of tools can be used in the classroom to support student learning, ranging from traditional to high-tech options. Examples include the Google Classroom, Zoom, Google Team, Google Meet, Duo, WebEx Meet, GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, Microsoft Team, Skype, TeamViewer, Cisco WebEx, Slack, Class, Dogo, Whiteboard, Index cards, posters, audience response systems. For example, Clicker Technology. Google collaboration tools, 3D printing, and wikis. Depending on course learning goals and outcomes, teachers or instructors may choose to use one or several of these tools to augment the teaching and learning environment in their classroom. For the virtual classroom, the most popular tool is the Google Classroom. Now we discuss on Google Classroom. Google Classroom is the low-key, most versatile online teaching tool available easily. This learning management system is part of G Suite, which means teachers can use Google apps to create lessons, quizzes, and documents all inside Google Classroom. To use the Google Classroom app, you will need a G Suite for Education account. Many schools and teachers transition to this LMS when schools were closed due to the pandemic. For anyone using Google products regularly, Google Classroom is easy to tackle. Inside the app, educators offer the content for the lessons, quizzes, assessments, and tests. They can also communicate with the student and parents via message board or email. The best thing about Google Classroom is that you can create all the content for your classes with the software of your choice. For example, you can simply use Google app to prepare lessons materials or import any visual created with me. In 2020, Google Classroom is easier to integrate with Google Meet, the new version of Google Hangouts. This has made it even easier to conduct an online classes. Google Classes is a streamlined tool that teachers can easily use to impart learning and manage coursework in the present world scenario of voluntary school closures to keep students safe. Teachers can adapt it to create classes, assign tasks, grade answers, and send in their feedback. The Google Classroom is a free web service designed for schools and colleges to help them with drafting, mass distribution, and grading assignments in a paperless form. With Google Classroom, the learning process becomes extremely easy and is streamlined by way of sharing files between teachers and students. Here the students can post their queries on the lessons taught in classroom and receive answers from teachers and other students. Teachers can also post study materials for students to review at home. Google Classroom combines Google Drive for assignments, creating and distribution, Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides for writing, Gmail for communication, and Google Calendar for scheduling. How to use the Google Classroom? It is the question. There are some quick tips. Firstly, creating a class and adding students. Google Classroom allows you to create a unique class for every class that you teach. In just 3 mouse clicks and a few key strokes, you can create a class. Google Classroom are divided into different sections for the purpose, for your purpose. In the student section, you can view all the students in your class. You can either add students to your class manually, or they can join your class on their own using their own Google account. When you create a class, Google Classroom provides you with a class code located on the left side on the screen. Share that class code with the students you want to join that class. From their computers, laptops, or Chromebooks, students log into their Google accounts and use the class code to join. Within the student section, you can also determine if your students are allowed to comment on the questions, announcements, and assignments you create, or if they can also post. If you desire, you can also choose to be the only one who can post and comment in your class. In the stream section, you will find the assignments, announcements, and questions that you create. This is the section in which you will spend most of your time after your classes are set up. Using Google Classroom, assignments are a great way to collect student work and provide your student with feedback and grades. When you create an assignment, you can provide specific instructions for that assignment, a due date and a topic. If you include a due date for assignment, students will have until 12 p.m. on the date of submit their work for the assignment. If they submit the work late, Google Classroom still accepts the assignment but indicates that it was turned in late. One of the best features of the Google Classroom assignments is that you can add files to the assignments you create. You can add a file from your computer, a file from Google Drive, a YouTube video, or a link to a website. One idea is that a business education teacher can assign a writing prompt on a relevant person in the news and add a link to a YouTube video of the individual delivering a speech. A student can submit any type of file to your classroom, not just Google Docs. Not only can students submit their completed work as files, you can open them directly from classroom and grade them right there. You can open files submitted to your classroom as long as your computer has an internet connection and the software needed to open the file. You don't even have to be on your school computer. For example, you can assign an essay and your students can submit their completed essays to an assignment you created in your Google Classroom from any computer that has an internet connection. You can then open the file and grade it on your computer at school or at home. Google Classroom acts like a Dropbox for assignments. Your students no longer need to print their work and physically hand it in to you. This gives you more time during class to focus on moving forward and opposed to wasting time and collecting work. Google Classroom allows you to ask a question within a specific class. As with assignments, you can add files to the questions you post and can assign a due date to it if you want. You can post short answer or multiple choice questions for your students to respond to in classroom. As students answer a multiple choice questions, Google Classroom tabulates the results for that questions and shows you the breakdown of the students' answer in real time. When you click on one of the multiple choice answer, Classroom indicates which students choose that option. When students respond to a short answer question, Google Classroom cannot tabulate the result, so it simply shows student responses. At that point, you can comment or reply to each student and give a grade as you see fit. Pro tips of using questions is using the questions features is a great way to start a discussion in your classroom. Acquire baseline information before starting a lesson and test students' knowledge on a homework reading assignment. To provide variation, you can post a video in a question and instruct a student to respond to the video at home. In addition to creating assignments and questions, Google Classroom allows you to create announcements. Students can respond to your announcements and you can respond back creating a thread. In reality, the entire class can have a conversation based on one announcement. Once again, you have the option for adding a file, a YouTube video or a link to an announcement. Announcements are a great way to post reminders about assignment due date to your students. You can even schedule announcement to post at a later date, which can help you stay organized as well as your students. Google Classroom saves you time and paper and allows you to create classes, post assignments, and communicate with your students with ease. It also allows you to see which students have completed their assignments and you can provide direct, real-time feedback and grades. Google Classroom essentially puts all our assignments, announcement, and student work right in one place. The most popular tool is the Zoom classes. You might know Zoom from business meeting, but did not know that it also works great for online teaching. This FDP is also on Zoom. There are two ways for using Zoom: meeting and webinars. The most suited for interactive online teaching is Zoom meetings. While Zoom webinars is better for lectures, teachers can choose with which to work at any given time. Zoom meeting have practical features that make online teaching easier, such as breakout rooms. These help teachers separate that students into groups, much like you would do in a normal classroom setting. Each group can communicate with each other and the teacher can be notified to come in and help if needed. Since Zoom became so popular for distance learning, many other online teaching tools have incorporated seamless integration. Teachers can use other tools available to keep track of both attendance and attention. They can also create hosted videos to enable the students to learn at their own pace. Zoom is a cloud-based video conferencing tool that lets you host virtual one-on-one on team meeting easily. With powerful audio, video, and collaboration features, this remote communication tool connects remote team members with each other. The Zoom's key features, it includes HD video chat and conferencing, audio conferencing using voice over internet protocol, instant messaging, virtual backgrounds for video calls, screen sharing and collaborative whiteboards, hosting video webinars, how to use Zoom meeting. Step by step I will discuss with you. Zoom makes it super easy for anyone to set up and conduct virtual meeting. But if you never used the tool before, this can still be tricky. For desktop, to get started with Zoom, head to their website and click on the sign up button that's at the top right corner of the screen. Second step, you have two options when it comes to creating a Zoom account. You can either create a new account using your work email address or sign in using single sign-on or your Google or Facebook account. If you are using Zoom for work purpose, it is best to sign up using your work email address. The third step is Zoom will now send you an email with a confirmation link. Click on that link to go to Zoom sign up assistant and sign in using your credentials. Download the desktop app Zoom client from the Zoom website for easy access. For mobile phones, the step 1 is to download the Zoom iOS or Android app from the App Store or Play Store. The sign up or sign into Zoom by following the on-screen instructions that are similar to the desktop process. Here, the some steps are guide to Zoom meeting easily. Starting a Zoom meeting, log into your Zoom account. However, your cursor over the host a meeting button at the top right corner of the screen and select one of the following options: with video on, with video off, or screen share only. The website will redirect you to the Zoom app and start a meeting. Here you can edit meeting settings or copy the invitation URL that you send to the attendees. You can also start a meeting quickly through the desktop app by following the instructions we listed for mobile device later on. Adding participants, start a new meeting on the Zoom desktop app. In the new meeting screen, click on the invite button in the toolbar at the bottom. Zoom will give you the option to either copy URL or copy invitation. You can send these to participants via text, email, or instant messaging. You can also directly email the meeting details through your preferred email client via the Zoom app itself. For mobile devices, open the Zoom mobile app and sign into your account. Tap the orange new meeting icon that appears on your screen. Edit meeting setting according to your preference, such as switching video off for participants using a personal meeting ID, etc. Once you're done, tap the blue Start a Meeting button. Once the meeting starts, tap the participants icon in the toolbar at the bottom of your screen to add and message participants. In the participants window that opens up, tap on the invite option at the bottom left. Zoom will now give you the option to share your meeting details via a variety of communication platforms. These include various text, email and messaging apps on your smartphone. To join a Zoom meeting, if you have a meeting link, just click on it or paste it into your web browser to join the meeting. Open the Zoom app and click on the join icon. Paste the meeting ID in the box provided. Add your display name for the meeting and click on the join button. With a busy schedule, you can easily forget about appointments or upcoming meetings. Luckily, Zoom lets you schedule meeting in advance to avoid this. You can schedule meeting by setting its date and time, meeting ID, whether it requires a password or join or not, and more. Here is step-to-step guide to schedule meeting. The schedule meeting, head to the Zoom app and click on the blue schedule button. Either meeting detail in the schedule meeting pop-up window that appears. You can set a date and time, privacy and access setting. You can also select your preferred calendar between iCal, Google Calendar or others to schedule the event in your calendar. Setting a meeting password can help avoid Zoom bombing, which happens when someone who hasn't been invited to the meeting joins and disrupts it. Once you adjusted preference, click on the schedule button at the bottom right of the screen. For mobile, open the Zoom app, go to the Meet and Chat homepage and click on the schedule button. Enter the meeting name, date and time and click done. Zoom will redirect you or open another form for adding the event to your preferred calendar. Enter details like participant's name and set the notification into your calendar event, then tap done. You have now scheduled a Zoom meeting. How to redirect? How to record it, Zoom meeting? Recording a meeting let you easily use it as a reference to document everything that was discussed. This is especially important for remote team who use Zoom video conferencing as their key mode of communication. Zoom allows you to record meeting easily and save it either to your local device or the Zoom cloud. By saving it to the Zoom cloud, your team members can access it across multiple platforms easily. For desktop, start a meeting. In the Zoom toolbar, click on record icon. Choose between record on this computer or record to the cloud. This is start the recording. Click on pause or stop recording to stop recording the meeting. Alternatively, you can also end a meeting to stop recording it. After you end the meeting, Zoom converts the recording to MP4 format and stores it in your preferred location. You can now easily access your recorded sessions anytime you want. On mobile devices, Zoom lets you save meeting recordings only to the Zoom cloud. Here how record Zoom meeting from your mobile. During a meeting, tap the more option in the toolbar. Select the record to cloud features to begin recording. You can pause or stop the recording by clicking the more button. After the meeting, you can find your recording in My Recordings. You can access this section by logging into your Zoom account on a web browser. What is the additional feature of Zooms? You now know how to use Zoom meeting, but since there are so many features, it can still be slightly overwhelming. Don't worry, here is a detailed look at 3 additional Zoom features and how to use them effectively. I discussed on this, the screen sharing. Zoom lets you share your screen with other meeting participants easily. This lets you host virtual presentation and workshops, explain process in detail, review work and project document together with your team. To share your screen, just click on the share screen icon in the toolbar. This lets you share a specific app or window, a whiteboard, Apple iPhone or iPad screen if your device supports this. If you want more screen sharing options, click on the Advanced tab at the top of your screen. Here you can choose to share a part of your screen or the entire screen, only your computer sound or your microphone sound as well, content from a second camera or content only from your screen. Zoom Phone use the voice over internet protocol VoIP to help you make Zoom calls over the cloud. This is similar to calling from a phone number, except that the calls here are hosted over the internet. Zoom Phone comes with plenty of additional features to make your calling experience seamless. These include integration with CRMs like Salesforce, call conferencing and delegation, call recording and voicemail features. However, Zoom Phone isn't available with the standard pricing plan. Instead, you must pay for it separately. The Zoom Rooms. Zoom Rooms are essentially virtual conference room where only particular members have access. You can use these rooms for various purposes such as video conferencing, audio conferencing, screen sharing. Zoom Rooms offer various features such as one-touch sharing and conferencing, use up to 12 whiteboards at a time, digital signage display around an office. This usually requires additional hardware, multiple webcams, connectors, monitors, etc. As well as conference room design considerations like Zoom Phone, Zoom Room aren't available in the standard pricing plan, but must be purchased additionally. Zoom pricing. Zoom offers 4 different pricing plans to suit your specific needs. Basic. The basic plan is free, host up to 100 participants plus unlimited one-on-one meeting plus video conferencing plus screen sharing plus local recording and scheduling via Chrome extension. And other pro plan, business plan and enterprise plan is not free, it will be paid. Bonus tips for effective Zoom video conferencing. Most in the office teams might not be used to video conferencing, and coping with the additional challenge it poses to make your experience more comfortable. Here are 3 tips that can help team members conduct seamless Zoom meetings. 1. Always mute your microphone unless speaking. Make sure to mute your microphone when you are not speaking. This eliminates any background noise or interference in the audio. To mute your microphone, use the microphone button at the bottom left of a Zoom toolbar that appears in the meeting screen. Alternatively, you can set your Zoom meeting preferences to mute your microphone at the start of every meeting automatically. To unmute yourself, use the microphone button or hold your space bar for as long as you are speaking. This basic rule allows group meeting or conversation to run smoothly. For more efficient background noise elimination, use noise cancellation tools like Crisp to elevate your audio quality to the next level. The second tips is that before you record any audio or video conference, make sure that all meeting participants are aware that they are being recorded, have permitted you to record them. You could even take this permission in writing or record it at the start of the meeting. Why? Why not only does the maintain common courtesy, but it may be required by consent law and regulation in many companies and regions. The third tips, it's extremely common for video conferences to be displayed or get interrupted due to technical snags. To ensure that this doesn't happen, turn on your device or check if Zoom is working correctly at least 10 to 15 minutes before every meeting. And if something's going wrong, alert your meeting host at the earliest. If you are the host, inform your participants of the same. While conducting a check before every meeting may feel tiring, it's far better than being embarrassed or annoyed when something goes wrong during your Zoom meeting. So that is the Zoom meeting. And next device is the Skype. As an online teacher, you have probably already harnessed the power of video conferencing to chat with students or content area experts all over the world. And you probably already know about Skype. as it's been around for at least a decade. Effective and easy to use, Skype has helped countless online educators bring language and culture to life in their classrooms. Some teachers even enjoy the fun of a unique activity called Mystery Skype, in which classes converse and have to guess what country the other class is from based on their conversation. Skype has undergone many changes and updates over the year and has some new and completing features that you may not know about. For example, its capture feature allows you to easily add image, attach funny graphy comments, and add video within a message thread. This can give online conversation a whole new dimensions of realism. Imagine a lecture on Spanish architecture including real life photos and video of the buildings as he talk about them, on a conversation about French food elevation with real video footage of meal as the speakers describe it. The other device is Visme. Visme is an online design tool that anyone can use to create presentation, infographics, concept maps, schedules, report and more. It's packed with tons of features like free photos and graphics, customization option, and an easy drag and drop editor that both non-designer and designers love to use. Many tools are directed either at the educator, teacher or the student. In case of Visme, our integrated design tools benefit both. How Visme can help teachers? Teachers are always creating content for their students to learn with. From slide presentation to fillable worksheet and more. With a Visme education license, teachers and students can use the tool together for a creative and interactive educative experience. These are some of the solutions Visme offers for teachers at any level. Interactive content and presentation and infographics, visual posters and infographics, webinar materials, interactive schedules, syllabus and lesson plans, printable lists and worksheets, embed third-party content like quizzes and forms, share news about a class on social media or email, personalized report cards, personalized certificates. To help you get started, here are some hand-picked Visme templates for teachers. But my PPT is not working, so I am unable to show this. Class schedule templates are, I will not show this. The lesson plan templates, report card templates, certificate of completion templates through this Visme. The Visme can help students, also help students get their work done for their online classes. Teachers can assign all sorts of assignments to be created with the tool. Some ways students can Visme book, report, presentations or infographics, research projects for any topic as representation or infographics, graphic organizers for research and mind mapping, Venn diagram for comparisons, representation templates, idea web, and timeline infographics samples. With Visme, start using the face design tools that come built in with the editor. And next is the TED Talk. The TED Talks are a great resource for online teaching. We wouldn't exactly call it a tool, but more of a repository. TED's website offers videos of 18-minute speeches by influential speakers on the variety of topics. Lightsail. One of the most challenging things to keep up with is your students' literacy progress. This is true both online and in face-to-face classroom. Lightsail is a program that has already been showing positive results in classroom. Now, with the spread of online learning, their team has adapted to educative solutions provided. The Lightsail app provides students with a variety of reading materials to improve their literacy. The app tracks how much each student reads and how they are improving. Teachers can create lesson plans around what their students enjoy reading. Be it a book or website, everything the student reads can be turned into a learning opportunity. The next tool is Remind. A big part of school education is communication with both students and parents. This is no different when the learning is being done online. The Remind app is an advanced messaging system that works in 3 different ways. Reminders for upcoming lessons or due date of projects and tests, email messaging with students and parents, and direct messaging with parents and students. The main feature of Remind is that all notifications are sent to mobile devices, making it easier for teachers to interact with the students and parents. The app can be integrated with Google Classroom and Google Drive for easy access to class materials. Also, it is easy to send links to Zoom meeting and webinars. Teachers can set up office hours for timely messaging and control over their private lives. Next is the Peer Deck. Peer Deck is a perfect add-on for teachers who regularly use Google Slides and Microsoft PowerPoint. It improves interactively and the quality of visuals on the teacher slides. The add-on is available in the editor and also includes a teacher platform to help keep track of students' participants during class. When you open the Peer Deck add-on in your Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint software, it's available in a sidebar. All the features are accessible from right inside the editor and can improve your presentation to a great degree. Next is the Actively Learn. The Actively Learn website is a specialized platform to teach ELA, science and social.
This meeting is being recorded.
I am audible? Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir, now you're audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. And what time I will take? Hello?
Sir?
I think it is 12 o'clock and
Sir, you're audible, sir. Now you're audible, sir.
okay. The Actively Learn website is a specialized platform to teach ELA, science and social science. Next is the Padlet. Padlet is a multifunctional platform to collect information, visuals, audios, videos, documents and much more. Users can create Padlets or digital chalkboard to create collections to data and information pretty much any way they want. Teachers can use Padlets to build group lessons, work on group projects, collect research for a lecture and much more. Padlet is one of the favorite in the online teaching world, and it's no surprise why here is an surprise why. Next is the ThingLink. ThingLink is a platform decided to the creation of interactive visuals. You can add interactive elements like audio, text props and map locations, labels to any of the image, video, 360-degree media. This is one of the most impressive online teaching software. You can even create VR-ready environment for students to explore at their leisure. And the next is AdPuzzle. AdPuzzle is an app that takes any video and turns into any educational lesson. Teachers simply add their chosen video and set it up for students with questions about the content and assign it to them via their regular LMS. Next is the Quiz. Quiz is a free quiz maker for students of any age. If you don't want to create your own quiz, there are lots of available quizzes in the gallery that are free to use. Talking Points. Talking Points is a communication platform for teachers and families. It's similar to a Remind app, but the most important feature is that the messages are translated to their family language. The app supports more than 100 plus languages. Each family pick their home language if they don't speak English, and all message will be arrive in the chosen language. The app works on the mobile devices and is free for teachers. Ek Step. This is a collaborative open learning platform offering equitable access to learning opportunities for every child. Teachers can use the medium to create and publish interactive content for their students. Lark. This tool is a one-stop shop for class schedules, assignments, notes, project reports and more, all of which are available on the cloud. Teachers can use this tool to create robust and customizable lesson plans. The verified calendar features helps teachers to stay on top of their schedules. They can use it to design timetables for their classes as well as for fixing meeting with colleagues. The tool also facilitates real-time marking and grading for assignments where students can receive valuable feedback from teachers. Ding Tech. This is a free communication and collaborative platform that has been recognized as a powerful digital learning solution by UNESCO in the current scenario of the COVID-19 outbreak. Schools, teachers and parents can use this app to facilitate student learning and ensure social interaction. The app comes with an online classroom interactive that offers free digital tools such as live streaming, online grading, instant messaging and video conferencing to support student learning remotely. And next is the CISA. CISA is a user-friendly learning portfolio tool that empowers students to independently document what they are learning and perceiving at school. Students can use photos, videos, drawing text notes, links and also CISA built-in audio recording and drawing tools to showcase their knowledge embedded and also explain how they got their answers. Students' projects are stored securely in the cloud. CISA is made available on several different devices such as Chromebooks, computers, iOS devices, Android devices as well as Kindle devices through which parents can access their words to words. Kahoot. It is a game-based learning platform where students can learn via game on Kahoots, which are multiple choice quiz with digital tool which can be accessed via a web browser. Teachers can draft extra questionnaire discussions online with academic lessons. The material can be then projected in the classroom and questions are answered by students while playing and learning at the same time. This not only enhances student engagement but also creates a dynamic social and fun educational environment. Task. When looking for an application that can provide you the best tracking and ending features for the teachers as well as the students to work on their content in real time and get the full benefits of professional project management software in the minimal cost possible, only one name comes to mind and that is Task. The features of Task is task management including to-do list, task creation assignments, organization, prioritization and sharing tasks with multiple status, work space to manage and monitor multiple students simultaneously, powerful search and filter tools to search for task projects and classes etc. plus make use of the filter option to serve more frequent searches, two-factor authentication for extensive security, mobile apps for iOS and Android, project management options including reports, timelines, percent completion, the option to interchange tasks with the student and keep them in check. You can create projects and assign tasks or treat tasks independently, meeting management, alert notification and reminders to keep student on track, third party access. Next is Proof Hub. Proof Hub is an amazing software that was designed for companies that wanted to enhance their project management, but now it is used for virtual classrooms. It has incredibly easy interface that the students can associate themselves with. The key features of Proof Hub is schedule learning, see customized reports, easily assign framework, create agendas, set automatic reminders, keep an eye on the students, collaborate seamlessly. Next is the ProProof's virtual classroom software. One of the most comprehensive learning management system on the list, ProProfs can enable all the teachers out there to create their custom virtual classroom in no time at all. The application is incredibly scaled and can accommodate a vast number of students in a classroom. This feature is becoming more and more useful as the pandemic goes on and more schools all over the world are shifting their classroom actively to more virtual alternatives. The key features of ProProfs is that develop your course materials, embed the tests and quiz into lessons, create learning paths, browse through their library and use pre-existing courses, create assessment tests and quiz, upload video presentations and documents, track the performance of each student. And other is Vedamo. One of the application of this list that was natively designed as a virtual classroom software is Vedamo. It was created to accommodate educational institutions activities, but most business rely on its cloud-based learning management system to train their arsenal of employees. The key features of this app is student portal, session recording, breakout rooms, LMS integration, cloud storage, cloud scheduling, assignments, virtual whiteboard. And other virtual classroom tool is LearnCube. LearnCube is another application. The application, even though it looks like a simple web conferencing application, can be used to create quite a comprehensive virtual class that is incredibly engaging and educational. This ensures that the students that are present in the classroom are without a doubt becoming an expert in everything that you teach them, just because there is no pressure on them and they can learn everything on their terms. The key features of this app is the asynchronous learning, built-in course authoring, gamification, mobile learning, video conferencing, e-learning companies, academic education, blended learning, corporate or business, learners portal, synchronous learning, e-commerce. These are some commonly used tools for virtual classroom of schools and colleges, institutions and other learning institutions can use to their benefit in these strange times. These applications will enable institutions over the world to resume their educational activities for their students in a virtual world. I think this is enough for today. Thank you very much. I again thankful to all my dear friends from Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University.
Thank you very much.
Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and other is the Dr. MGR Institute to be the part of this international online faculty program on virtual practices and security and to give me the opportunity to share my thoughts. It's my pleasure and privilege to share my thoughts with the participants and academicians as well as organizers. Again, my heartily wishes to organizers along with all persons who contributed their valuable time through and support for such a wonderful FDP. The organizing secretary Dr. P.C. Naga Subramani and Dr. P. Santhamis Pavai, who has worked very hard to manage this international FDP successfully. So the special credit goes to both. I also thankful my friend Mr. Jignesh Patel, who is the next speaker. So in the last, Namo Namastu Sahasratva Punashubhuapu Namo Namaste. Namaskar. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Your session towards tools and techniques for virtual classroom was very vivacious, sir. Thank you.